So most of us are probably familiar with sibling rivalry. Sometimes things can get so intense. Clinical psychologist Dr. Muradian says that parents ask her all the time, how do I get my kids to stop fighting? And how do I get them to get along? She says you as the parent need to be the moderator, the mediator, and you need to remain neutral.
Children might feel just naturally that you're playing favorites. So we commonly hear, oh, mom, you're taking her side or his side, and you're not really hearing me, you're not listening. And these feelings can really build into resentment.
All right, so don't take sides, rule number one. Also, you don't want to come across like you're protecting the other sibling over the other. Perhaps, though, the most important thing you can do is actually have them figure it out.
The goal here is for them to learn conflict resolution, for them to actually sit in that space and actually look at each other and say, okay, this is what happened, and learn how to listen, and teaching them how to take turns. When I'm speaking, you be quiet, and when you're speaking, I'll be quiet, so that there's that place so that conversation occurs.
Okay, so my kids are 3 years apart. Yours are
3.5.
3.5, so same. So they play well together. They also fight well together, I always say. And I think the closer in age, maybe you feel this more now than if they were, farther apart.
Right. And I also think the dynamic, because I have a girl and a boy,
yeah.
It's different. I know, and I also have an older brother, so I'm trying to think back of in our childhood, we were so different that I don't remember fighting much, but my mom's like, yeah, you guys fought a lot, and we had to bribe you to just keep your mouth quiet.
Oh, that was their way,
yes,
to bribe you.
That was it.
My sister and I are 7 years apart, so for me, I always felt like kind of like a second mom to her, and we never had that. So I think the closer in age, the more challenging it can be. But yeah, ultimately, I always say your sibling is like, that's the closest person to you.
Right.
So
you have to have that relationship.
Eventually, you're
going
to appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.